prediction. She's going to do it. In her first attempt, Red is going to win the money.
So what?
So I can be sure.
I hear you, man. Get you some rest.
Did Red's in big trouble? That's going to be hard.
You go on and tell him everything. Don't worry, I'm not going to go anywhere. I got nowhere left to run to.
This truly is a historic day. I don't think I've seen you dressed up since our senior prom.
Oh yeah, our one and only date together because no one else would go with us.
I remember showing up in that sweet homemade $1 million man suit. Didn't you wear a cane mask? No wonder we couldn't get dates.
To be fair, the theme of the prom was a masquerade.
Still weird.
You have the list, right?
No, I thought you had it.
Seriously?
I put it in the safe just like you told me to. Man, the way you treat that thing, you'd think it was a Magnet Carter.
Did you say magnet?
Yeah, it's some really old, valuable magnet, right?
Just get it out of there.
No one was going to break into a hotel room and steal an old piece of notebook paper from high school.
It's not just an old piece of paper. That list has been the roadmap to our entire careers, and now there's only one thing left to cross off. Did you forget the combination?
It might have slipped my mind, but don't worry, I wrote it down on my phone. Which is also in the safe. This is why I always said we should have got the list tattooed on us. No chance of losing it, and we'd have way more street cred.
Yeah? Well, I'm gonna be getting a teardrop tattoo if you don't get that thing open. This is what's going to give us confidence, recognition, success, everything we've ever wanted.
Your Earth Science notebook is going to do all that?
No. We're going to use it to make a list of everything we'll accomplish someday when we become WWE superstars.
We could do that. Or we could play my favorite lunchtime game, Guess What Mr. Bowman's Sweat Stains Look Like Today. I'm kind of seeing a heart shape. What do you think?
I think you need to take this seriously. Besides, it's a proven fact that if you write down your goals, it helps you achieve them.
Actually, now I'm thinking it looks more like a one-eared rabbit.
Fine. I'll go first to get the ball rolling. Become WWE Divas Champion. Your turn.
Okay. Star in a WWE action movie.
Really? That's one of your goals?
Do you want me to do the list or not? Besides, It's a proven fact. WWE action movies are some of the finest pieces of cinematic art ever produced, so it would be an honor to appear in one.
Whatever. Train at the dungeon.
Come up with awesome wrestling names.
Team with Mickey James.
Get my own action figure.
Compete on NXT.
Win a dance-off.
Wrestle Lita.
Find out what's inside Undertaker's urn.
Get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Be in a WWE video game.
Win a ladder match.
I've got a match for you. My butt, your face. What are you two fartwads doing? This table is reserved for wrestling team members only.
I thought there was a lot of boogers stuck underneath it.
Funny. You can leave now.
Sorry, we're busy.
Get my own action figure, become WWE Divas Champion. Is this some kind of WWE nerd vision board?
Hey! Being immortalized in semi-posable plastic is the greatest thing a human being can achieve.
Don't ever touch our stuff again.
What, like this?
That was a huge mistake.
Too busy, maybe we'll get your car back this week. Are you coming or not?
Can't wait to see Red put Brooklyn in her place.
Oh, so much for unbiased commentary.
Hey, this is Red's memory of how it went down, so of course I'm pulling for her. You are too.
Oh, yeah, I am. Go Red!
This reminds me of that movie with the spinning top. Everything's confusing and a little bit off. For example, I wasn't even a WWE commentator when Red was in high school.
Well, you're barely a WWE commentator now. None of this makes sense. Just sit back and enjoy the ride, Saxton.
Brooklyn Von Braun is a terrible human being who deserves everything she's getting here tonight.
I could not agree more, Michael.
I couldn't believe what Brooklyn did to their list. I mean, what did she expect was going to happen after that?
Yeah, if you ask me, Brooklyn's the real fartwad. This reminds me of the time I stood up to my bully in high school after years of being picked on.
Weren't you homeschooled?
Yeah, but my sister was pretty tough back then.
If the princess shows up, Brooklyn started it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn might have an opening here.
Brooklyn gets nailed with the sliding lunch tray takedown.
Can Red capitalize?
She's going up top.
Red with the picture-perfect moonsault.
That's it. It's all over. Red cemented herself as way tougher and cooler than Brooklyn will ever be.
That's exactly what happens when you make fun of Red. You pay dearly.
I'm still kind of confused about everything that just happened, guys.
Well, don't hurt your imaginary head, Byron.
Woods of Northern California is designed to enjoy all the tracks of country life. Farmhouse chic is not an accurate description of this property. I admit
Wait, let me get this straight. You remember your fight with Brooklyn when we were in high school, taking place in a WWE arena with a ring, sold-out crowd, and commentators?
The guy who can't remember the save combination is questioning my memory?
No, the guy who can't remember the safe combination is questioning your sanity.
Whatever. I may have taken a few liberties with my story, but that is how I choose to remember it.
Well, as much as I'd love to join you in rewriting history, that day is scorched into my brain because that's how I got my nickname, Trey. This is how it really went down.
Hungry equals cranky, and between us gals, you don't wear cranky well. You head to Jack's, and by the time you get back, I'll have the hot water running and fresh towels. Who's Jack? Jack's bar? Only place to eat in town after 5. You can walk out the door to the left. Okay, but we're not done talking about this. Of course we aren't. Bye.
Get my own action figure? Become WWE Divas Champion? Is this some kind of WWE nerd vision board?
Hey! Being immortalized in semi-posable plastic is the greatest thing a human being can achieve.
Don't ever touch our stuff again.
What? Like this?
That was a huge mistake.
Oh no! I've unleashed Hothead Red!
I'm gonna take that marker, bring it to your grandmother's nursing home, and cross out parts of her chart so when the nurse goes to give her turn-down service, she won't know to flip her over. That's right! I'm gonna give your grandmother bed sores!
What is wrong with you?
Calm down, deep breaths, maybe we can talk this out.
I'm done talking! Ah!
This is what happens when you mess with the captain of the wrestling team! What are you gonna do? Hit me with a steel chair? Put me through a table?
I'm going to get help.
Everyone already knows Hothead Red, but let me introduce you to her best friend, Trey. Get it? Because he busted his butt on a lunch tray. Now her face matches her nickname.
What?
Sorry, we don't tend to get a lot of visitors in here. Certainly not as beautiful as you.
Sorry, does that line really work?
You'd be surprised.
Well, you're lucky we're not in Los Angeles because Angelinas can smell me a mile away.
Oh, really? Well, that's one of the reasons why I love them here so much.
Fuck are you doing?
Why so jaded?
What's the show? What are you doing? Mel Monroe. Come on. Is this your bar?
We will be.
Ouch.
More payments. So, Miss Mel Monroe from LA.
That could have been way worse.
Yeah. Brooklyn could have posted a video of the whole thing online. Oh wait, that's exactly what she did.
I meant she could have dumped something worse on me, like mayo or hot sauce. And hey, at least she didn't destroy our list.
So what? I'm not gonna do any of those things anyway.
What do you mean?
We were just embarrassed in front of the entire school, and currently 672 people on the internet.
I bet a bunch of those are repeat views.
Great! We're not even touching on the fact that I got beat up by a lunch tray. I'm never going to be a WWE superstar. I'll just go to college and get a lame job like my parents want me to.
I think you need to read the letter again.
See? This is what I'm talking about. I can't even open my locker.
What's your combination?
1633-9, I think.
Letter, please. Here we go. I think this section is relevant right now. You've probably asked yourself a million times, why? Why didn't they want to be my parents? The truth is, we did, but we had to make the hardest decision of our lives because we didn't feel we could give you the life you deserved. And that life is one where you can have the freedom to follow your dreams no matter what they might be, to become anything you want.
Using the only letter I have from my real parents as some sort of motivational speech is kind of a cheap move.
They're right, though. You got a second chance in life, and you need to make the most of it. So why sell yourself short? You need to at least try.
Fine. But when this whole WWE thing doesn't work out, I'm blaming you.
It'll work out. I promise. Assuming you never have to wrestle a lunch tray.
They're actually a lot tougher than they look.
It's too easy. That's not You're dining on squash and lentils. You know what? I actually have had squirrel. If it's done right, it's pretty tasty.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take your word on that. Oh, no. If I have any more, I won't be able to find a cabin. Which might not be a bad thing. It's my car! God bless you, Bert. I can't sleep in that.
You certainly can't drive.
Oh, no. No, I mean, leaving town is just not even an option. Would you like to know why? I will tell you. Because I sold my house and most of my belongings, and then I quit my job. And I moved to this town that I've never heard of.
Okay, so maybe my memory of that day is a little off. Severe emotional trauma will do that. But did I really say all that stuff about her grandmother?
Yep. You had some serious rage issues back then. Did you also forget that's how you got your nickname because you were always seeing red?
No, I remember. And then Brooklyn tacked on the hot head part.
Gotta give her credit for that. You know, the rhyming definitely made it catchier. Hot head red, hot head red, hot head red.
Okay, we get it. Have you figured out that safe yet?
No, but I'm pretty sure I used the same combination I've always used for everything, which is...
Perspective is most often the key to happiness.
So what you're saying is that...
And that's not it either.
Step aside. My memory might be foggy on some things, but I had to open your locker so many times in high school that I think I remember. Got it. I'm sorry you were locked in there all alone for so long. Mommy won't ever let that happen again.
There's something seriously wrong with you.
You're just jealous. We should get going. We can't be late.
Hey, we got a message from President Johnson. Do you think you impressed the most electrifying president in United States history with all your career achievements? Actually, you do. All the best on your big day. I'll be watching from the People's White House.
That's cool. But I voted for Kane.
What are you doing with that? I'm drying my hands. This is my mom's secret hand. The entire Silver Bullet band handed down to me by my father, who was at Cobo Hall in Detroit on the night of the live recording of their very first album. And one beautiful day that not too distant future. So I know son one junior. Son one junior.
I still can't believe it's really all over for you and Red.
I know. It is starting to sink in, though.
Just this morning, I was thinking about that time we faced each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Man, that was brutal.
Yeah. But thanks to you in that match, now every time my jaw hurts...
Really?
No way. You might be the champ who runs the camp, but I'm the champ who knows when it's damp.
Yeah, that doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Hey, pull that match up on your phone if you don't mind.
I spoke to Trey and AJ before this match, and both men admitted they didn't have a lot of experience in Falls Count Anywhere matches.
Taking that into consideration, Trey did tell me he used a rather unusual training method to prepare for tonight. He played hours and hours of Falls Count Anywhere matches on WWE 2K.
Yeah, because nothing will prepare you for one of the most brutal matches of your career, quite like sitting on a couch playing video games all day and night. What an idiot. Kick right to the midsection.
Rolling elbow.
Rolling elbow finds its mark.
Ouch.
Forearm to the face. Oh, nothing fancy about that.
If you want to know why AJ Styles is determined to be the best this industry has to offer, check out the tattoos on his torso.
I'm no stranger to ink. I mean, it's my show, Superstar Ink. AJ's tattoos catch your eye because they show what's most important to Styles, his family.
Everything in this match is legal, and we have cameras all over the arena. So wherever these superstars' imagination takes them, you won't miss any of the action.
And you need a limitless imagination to win a match like this. You have to stay on the attack because fortunes can change with just one move.
Yeah, especially in a situation where a limitless amount of real estate is your battleground.
He weaves out of the way. And again, yet another counter. Rolling drop kick.
Really just laying it in.
Trap the arm. Into the neck breaker.
Yeah, those tattoos we discussed, if you can slow down Styles enough to actually read them, you'll see a series of dates that correspond to the births of his children.
AJ Styles already has an exceptional skill set, but those tattoos show that Styles has a never-ending supply of motivation as well.
Oh, what impact! Look at this. Now suplex. Things are looking dire for AJ Styles right now.
All the way from the top rope.
Heading back up. Look, incoming. Oh, again! He's just dominating at this point.
He's got a head of steam working and shows no signs of slowing.
He
took me 30 years to build this practice from scratch. No help. No nurse. I don't need to.
I signed a contract.
With me, you didn't. I don't even recall interviewing you, but maybe that's just my dementia acting up.
fails to connect.
Yeah, that went horribly wrong. Saw what he had in mind there.
When you look at this,
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
great reversal.
I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Running Hurricane Rana.
Looking to end this.
Going after the up. Is it enough here? And an ear fall.
He's showing the heart of a warrior here tonight.
Perhaps looking to take the action to the outside here. And he's heading back in. Ooh, what impact. Tough situation being right here. Will he be victorious? Near fall after near fall. What a battle. Oh, a drop kick. AJ Styles. This has been a colossal battle to this point. No superstar is showing signs of backing down.
We are seeing all their best on display, but it might just come down to... Whoa!
What an amazing display of athleticism. Now, that was athletic.
His shoulders are down.
2. Our ref may not be able to actually count to 3 tonight.
Whack! Michael, that gives new meaning to have a seat.
That connected.
I think that was harder than the first time, Cole.
Doing some more damage here.
Michael, that is so dangerous.
Really focusing on the torso here.
An attack like this will really leave you gasping for air.
He knows he's in trouble.
Here we go again.
And yet another attack. I'm hoping to end it here.
This is it.
1, 2, 3. Unbelievable. This singles match is over. Let's watch again how AJ Styles was toppled tonight.
These fans got their money's worth in this one, as you can see right here.
Who could forget this?
Here is your winner, Nick.
Huge victory here tonight.
AJ Styles is going to have to work a little bit harder to become a true contender in the WWE.
I have no doubt he will.
Brussels sprouts and kale. Kale? Yeah. All of Preacher's vegetables are farm to table, and the farm is about 50 feet from the table. Okay, great. Well, I'll...
You're gonna quit touching my butt.
Thanks for the assist. I'm Paige Lassiter. I run the bakery truck. Hi, I'm Monroe. Yeah, the new nurse. In small towns, the internet is slow, but the gossip is fast. It's not a Celine bag. Yes, it is. I'm probably the only person in Virgin River with a subscription, folks. Anyway, you should stop by for a muffin or something. Yeah, us two girls should stick together. Absolutely.
I just wanted to congratulate you,
Thanks, Natty. I know we had some differences over the years, but...
Yeah, except that one time.
I forgot
I
about-
didn't. You threw me into a road case.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. What were we even fighting about?
The usual stuff. Who was better, the title, you saying you were the best female superstar to ever come out of Calgary.
We all said some crazy stuff over the years, but no need to go into it right now. Thanks again for the kind words, Natty.
Look, you are a brilliant doctor. But when you're finally ready to hang up your stethoscope, you'll be leaving behind She ranked top of her class at UC Irvine, did her practical in County USC, and she spent 5 years working emergency at Cedar Sinai. Reference sheets are good as gold. I guess you wanted to change.
Put my head back. Where have my soda?
Fucking no. Sitting next to shit. Hold one. Huh? Good.
No, we need to put my E back on here.
Good choice.
This is so delicious.
Oh, you sound surprised.
Oh no, it's totally normal to have a gourmet kale and Brussels sprout salad at a bar in the middle of nowhere surrounded by animals.
Want something to drink?
I would go for a latte.
Sorry, nearest Starbucks 80 miles away.
Really? You know there's a Starbucks in Kuala Lumpur? Of nurses and reporters.
Humanitarian. There's so many things to learn about you.
Yeah, well, according to Doc, I'm an ageist.
Good thing I'm still relatively young and attractive.
You know, race had nothing to do with it. The only restaurant in town.
Oh, yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
What I keep telling myself is that I'm crazy for not packing up and going home.
songs I had.
You're very picky. Yeah. Come take a look. After you.
Boy, you picked the wrong place to rub. Your hands up. Turn around. Slowly. Hey, man. Bro. What are you doing here, man? Just leaving you a note. I'll let you know it's okay. How the hell did you get in here? Come on. Let me keep the spare key. Listen, I got plans this morning, but why don't you go get something to eat and then go to my room, grab some sleep, and clean yourself up, okay? All right. Anytime. Welcome back. Thanks, man.
Hey! Are you coming up or am I coming down?
You're coming down here.
Okay.
Oh, I see you got a coffee.
Yeah, Peach's Bakery truck. You could have mentioned it.
I believe in self-discovery and practicality.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, I insist.
Where are we going?
No more. Cleared your morning with Doc.
You cleared my morning.
There's no cell reception out here, so I figured you wouldn't want to get Doc more ammunition by being late, so... But let me help.
No, I don't need your assistance. Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry I called Doc for you. Won't happen again. Now, you want to put your hand on my shoulder?
Look how fucked the graphics are for the nails.
Another one.
What the heck?
Alright.
Wait.
Leave this here.
No. My whole life is in that bag.
Oh, look, no one's gonna take it. Because no one's here. Trust me?
How much further?
We're almost there.
Oh, wow. Baby, you remind me.
None you what? Cigarette?
Yeah?
I don't like me one. I'm sorry. No scars. Change the hair though.
I used to work in the ER level 1 trauma center, so I've seen my fair share of what fingers can do.
Let me straight black.
I'm sure owning a bar has its challenges.
I like the pigtails there.
Marine. Tried out right out of high school. Spent 20 plus years, mostly in the Middle East.
Hair.
Brady, you haven't met him yet.
What? You miss it?
Yes and no. I had people who depended on me.
Look at that glitch.
River, well,
Look at the hair glitch.
it's a utopia compared to a war zone.
That's fucked up, ain't it? Shocked that they showing the braid again. It was showing the braids.
Oh, here. You're welcome.
Thanks for this morning.
My pleasure.
Hello.
I'll see you around.
You will.
Oh, fucking cock. And do all that shit again.
Hi there. No, he's not in right now. He'll be back soon. Oh, wait. I'm the new nurse practitioner. Maybe I can help you. Oh, wait. What do I need to do? I need to know.
That one.
I think I should take a look at you because I don't know when the doctor's going to be back. Okay, here. Okay, can you stand? Okay. It's okay, you're going to be just fine. Okay. What's your name? Holly. Holly Fishburne. Holly Fishburne. My name's Mel. I'm going to take really good care of you, okay? You're just fine now. Can you get on this too? You got it. You got it.
Oh, that's badass.
Twice. Cash box is light. Oh.
I don't really care for I. The ledge. All my friends are dead. Listen to the ledge. Push me to the edge.
I'm almost done. I'll be right up.
To die.
Is everything doing fine? Her baby is doing fine, okay? Just having some problems today. Lost my birthday. Not so false birthday. Yeah. Why don't you just lay here and rest, and I'll go
This is my practice. My name is on that door. You do not work with a patient unless you have my permission.
Holly was having breast cancer. I had to examine her to make sure that she wasn't in premature labor. Did you know there's protein in her urine?
Goodbye.
Well, it's not in her chart.
I don't put everything in the chart.
Maybe where you put it.
Look this down.
And if you're not here to tell me what's not in the chart.
My dear, I'm not just.
Give me the
My
gun.
editors would never question the methods of a super.
What? Well,
I hope you'll join me in the 21st century.
And your point is,
This time it was false. I don't remember this time. Remember. I can't lie emotionally. Never.
these patients, they are like my family, and I cannot trust you unless I know for sure you're not going to hurt someone.
So, if I can't do what I'm hired to do, what is it that you want me to do?
Straighten up the office. File right up to the coffee pot full. Liquid, black, and fresh.
She's refusing to let me have her job. This is not about time.
I just wanted to congratulate.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Meg.
except that I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
The usual stuff.
That's right.
Like the fall. All of my people, all of my people, all of the fall. Work for greatness. Somebody have the alarms.
I have to run.
Things have clearly gotten personal between Red and Natalya.
This is on Red for claiming she was the best female superstar to ever come out of Calgary. That was pretty much a direct shot at Natty.
Natalya is certainly proud of her legacy and will go to any lengths to defend it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a road case. Let's do it again.
Hooked him up. High angle belly to back suplex.
Gotta wonder how this is gonna end, Byron.
It's not going to be good.
Table through the table.
Natalya is a superstar who knows how to go the distance, weather the storm, and tough it out. She isn't someone to overlook.
No one's saying Natalya's being overlooked, but she can sometimes get caught up in playing to the WWE Universe. All it takes is one taunt too many, and her opponent can get the advantage over her. Natalya may be a veteran, but once her strategy flies out the window, she scrambles.
Running Hurricane Rana.
This can't bode well.
Attacking the core now. Oh, that's it right there.
Glitch demon.
You can put him on the table.
Okay. Here we go.
Alright, face it into the sweats like his.
Unbutton the sweater.
Yeah. Someone who's just... He's warm.
Hey, it's X-Pac.
Just keep walking, we don't have time.
We always have time for X-Pac. Besides, you can't just ignore a WWE Hall of Famer.
I can. Trey.
Pac, what's going on?
Hey guys, looking good.
You too.
Thanks. I'm on this new mustard-only diet.
As in mustard is the only condiment you use?
No, as in I only eat mustard. I've already dropped like 7 pounds.
That's interesting.
But enough about me. This is your big night. I swear it was just like yesterday when I first saw you two on the indie scene.
Yeah, at that point we were only a couple years in.
And I was about 30 years in. But I could still go today if I had to. I'm telling you, this diet's legit.
I guess you could say you can cut the mustard, huh?
Anyway, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. So, thanks.
I'm sure you'd have been fine with it without my help. Trey, I don't think I can say the same for you. You were kind of the drizzling craps back then, no offense.
No, it's true. And I wasn't just a drizzle. I was more like a torrential downpour of crap. Red was always ahead of me from the moment we started training.
That knows her mental. Clearly. Where did that baby come from? She was abandoned in front porch. She's about 3 weeks. Her vitals are good. She's a little underweight.
But we keep the reward points. I'm about 10,000 short of a free trip to someplace warm, and you're gonna help me get there. Deal?
Got it.
We're gonna miss you so much.
When did you get there?
I just had to be close to you one more time. It feels like yesterday we got that call. There was a boy in Denver who was ready to be adopted, and now you're all grown up and going off to college. I just can't believe it.
I know. It's hard for me to believe, too.
We'll come visit soon, okay?
No, don't. I mean, a big part of college is learning independence, and if you're visiting all the time, then I'll never be able to do that.
Just be smart about the credit card, okay? Like, if there's a big keg party, put it all on the card and have everyone pay you back in cash. That way, I'll be headed for that free beach trip in no time. Hey, maybe we could go on spring break together.
Frank?
I have to go.
Okay, drive safe.
This is the part where you get out of the car.
Right. Call us when you get to school. We love you, Denver.
We're gonna need some hot water. Okay, thanks. Oh boy, they said you were a looker. They weren't lying.
I only said you were mildly attractive. No, this is Connie.
Hi, Connie. I'm the new nurse. Oh, honey, everyone knows who you are.
Connie owns the general store.
Yeah, and I make it my business to know everything about everybody.
Yeah, whether they like it or not.
Oh, you know, certain little Mimi Simpson around the
Do you believe this? We're finally doing it. Our very first list item. Train at the dungeon. Are you excited as I am?
I don't think that's possible, considering you've already had 3 energy drinks before we've even left town. But this is gonna be cool.
I know. Think about how many top superstars came through Calgary. The Hearts, Edge, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and we're next.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have a long way to go before we can be mentioned in the same sentence as those legends.
Everyone has to start somewhere though, right? And the dungeon is a great place to start. I still can't believe your parents were okay with all this. What happened to them wanting you to go to college?
They changed their minds.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Huh. Well, that's good. Hey, pull over real quick.
Bathroom break already?
No, I want to show you something. See that sign? Our faces are going to be on it someday.
You really think we can become more famous than the inventor of the paper toilet seat cover? He put a lot of butts in seats.
And when we make it to WWE, so will we.
Eventually someone might have to. It's an abandoned baby.
You're going to tell me what...
I always tell you what to do. Okay, baby aside, you promise to give Mel a 30-day trial.
29 days to go. It's a kid counting down to Christmas.
You're a cast is what you are.
Time for a road trip game. If you could face anyone who trained in Calgary in a dream match, who would it be?
Isn't it a little early for road trip games? We still have like 2,000 miles to go.
Come on, I'll get you started with some options. How about Bret Hart, Jake the Snake, or Rowdy Roddy Piper? That would be so cool to face a legend like that. Could you imagine?
Doc's gonna look into that. You know, it's a good thing you're still in town. Doc's not good with small humans. Hell, sometimes he's not so good with big humans either. I heard that. I'm not finished with you, old man.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, weighing in.
The Hitman is here.
And his opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds.
The Hitman Hart.
Bret Hart is a multi-time champion and one of the toughest competitors in WWE history. It seems the Hitman is always ready for anything.
Simply put, Bret Hart is the best there is. So you know when you're on a long drive to the next town and to pass the time, you start coming up with dream match scenarios? Well, these two facing each other is exactly that.
These are certainly two of the top names to ever pass through the Great White North.
When I'm on a long drive, I'm mostly just thinking about how grateful I am to be Byron Free at the time.
You know you miss me.
Not a chance.
This is a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure.
All the way down, falling powerbomb.
Kick! Oh, again! Here's Bret Hart on the defensive.
He planned for this and can still rally.
If Bret Hart is your opponent, you've got one thing front and center in your mind, the sharpshooter. How do you defend against that legendary submission?
You have to focus on everything that leads to the sharpshooter. Bret spends a lot of time in the match working your legs and back to set up for the sharpshooter. So keep your lower body protected.
I don't like the look in his eye here.
Oh, look out!
Bret Hart with a nice reversal.
Great agility there.
He has become relentless at this point.
Not sure where he gets that energy, but he's looking good right now.
All the way for the top.
And he misses the mark.
Talk about a rough landing.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. From the top.
Oh, debilitating elbow drop.
With all due respect, I think we're seeing the end for Bret Hart.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows where he is.
We've seen Bret Hart make some big comebacks before, and he'll need to do it again.
Yeah, that's a miracle.
Back in from the floor. He has him right where he wants him.
This could be... And there's the reversal for Bret Hart. Bret Hart looking to end things.
Just stretching and stretching. Bret's got the sharpshooter locked in.
Hart is leaning back far.
What's his opponent going to do? And Bret Hart is your winner.
let's look back at the clinic the excellence of execution just put on. I really enjoyed every minute of this.
Big win here, guys.
The Hitman excellently executed his opponent on this night.
Thank you for tuning in tonight, folks. We hope you enjoyed that great match.
This is it. The home of the famous dungeon. I swear, I can almost hear the wrestlers of the past groaning in pain.
That's my stomach. For the past 2 days, I've had nothing but moose jerky, maple puffs, and poutine.
Yikes.
Look, I just want to say, I know I've been a little skeptical, but now that we're here, I can see us doing this. I mean, once Bret Hart hears how far we drove, he's gonna have no choice but to welcome us right in for training. So, thanks for pushing me on this.
Of course. Well, here we go.
Hey there. I bet you're here for Bret Hart, eh?
Hello. And yes, he's going to train us to be wrestlers. Eh? I'm not sure I'm using that correctly.
Is Bret home right now?
He is. Hang on a sec. Bret, 2 lovely people are here for wrestling training. He'll be right down. I'm sure he's just putting his tights on, gelling up his hair, finding his sunglasses. He's got to look the part, you know.
Of course.
So are you Bret's housekeeper?
Okay, seriously, guys? I'm messing with you.
So Bret's not home?
No, and he hasn't been for years. The Harts don't live here anymore.
But you said...
This kind of thing happens like once a month, and I like to have a little fun when I break the news.
How is that fun? We just spent 3 days driving here.
And I gave myself severe stomach issues. At this point, we'd settle for one of the more obscure Hart brothers or even a distant cousin.
Like I said, none of them are here. You seem like nice kids. Stupid, but nice. Next time, do some research before you decide to drive all the way up here.
Jeez, so much for Canadian hospitality.
I thought you said you checked all this out online.
I did. I mean, I searched for dungeon in wrestling, and then some really weird stuff came up, and I kind of got sidetracked. Point being, don't look at my browser history. But hey, we came all the way here. We should at least get a picture.
I have a bone to pick with you. I'm all the way
Can we do another one? I was making a weird face. Probably on account of stomach pain.
Maybe you were right about us trying to become wrestlers. We've already failed at the first thing on our list. And maybe we're not cut out for this.
Hey, wait, we can't just give up that easily. I have an idea!
Look, social services is set up to handle this kind of situation better than we are. It's not a situation, it's a baby. Well, Doc told me not to call. Thank goodness for small favors. You know, social services isn't the enemy here. Ultimately, they want the baby to be with her mother. You know what I think? I think this is her home, and you should mind your own business. Okay. Well, this is my business, and the town can't just keep her. Why not? Because she's not a puppy. I'm sure
So you drove all the way to Calgary thinking you were going to train with Bret Hart? I've done some stupid stuff in my life, but that takes the cake.
It wasn't our finest moments.
But since I had a dad who only looked at the rewards section on the credit card bill, we were able to stay in Calgary and learn from a former wrestler who, at least according to him, trained with the Harts back in the day.
I think he just ran next to one on a treadmill once.
So that's how you guys hooked up with Riley Flash.
Yeah. After striking out at the dungeon, it was kind of our only option.
Even though Riley can be a bit much sometimes, he gave us the foundation we needed to get here today.
He also gave us Ringworm with his dirty mats, but that's a whole other story.
Busy? Yeah, since breakfast. Why did you promise him a job? He gets in less trouble when he's in Virgin River. So far, he's broken 5 plates, 3 glasses, and is currently on my last nerve. Look, he's new to this. How's that? Work or a job? You know, I want to give him a reason to stick around this. Listen, we both know the dial's a dangerous thing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to empty the dishwasher so that Brady has some more things to break. Hey there. You want a beer? You're not Tom.
I'm Mel.
The new nurse.
Yeah, that's me. Can I help you with something?
Nothing personal, but I'm not really okay with you being a lady, you know. That's the little one's got everyone so worked up.
Yeah, I'm calling her Chloe.
Had a collie named Chloe when I was younger. Thought that girl could hurt.
Look,
Charlie.
Charlie, I don't know when Doc will be back, but I can help you with whatever brought you in today.
Well, I think I'll come back later. You tell Doc I came by.
I will. Bye.
You know, everyone's talking about you wanting to call those people to come take the baby. I get it. I was adopted. Had good foster parents that turned into real parents.
Thanks, Charlie.
Hey.
Hey, I already dropped the pies off to Preacher.
Oh, no, I'm here for a latte.
Why, Jack Sheridan, I never thought I'd see the day I'd steam milk for you.
No, not for me, for Mel.
Suddenly everything seems right in the world again.
But you know what? Let's make it 2.
Well, she's having a bad day, huh?
She's going through some stuff.
Yeah, Connie came by earlier.
Oh, I bet she did. Thanks to her, Mel's the talk of the town. You know, look, I know it happens, but I can't wrap my head around why I'm not going to abandon her baby.
Well, we don't know the mother's story. Maybe she didn't have a choice but to do what she did. I mean, no mother in her right mind wants to give up their child. I know I'd die to protect my son. Do you think she'll call social services?
I don't know.
Not a big fan of child welfare agencies. It's just, you see it on the news all the time. Sometimes the people that are supposed to make things better and...
Friday the 13th. Railroad mix, freezing rain.
They're making things worse. Thank you. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Christopher. I think Preacher could use a handful of pancakes tomorrow, if it's okay with your mom.
It's fine. See you tomorrow, Jack.
See you, buddy.
Hopefully the roads don't get bad and snow before we go get the kids. I would be too.
So this is their first time having boys. This is the first time that I'm having boys. Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
What?
And you too. You're not enjoying me.
Oh shit, here we go. Shoot. Oh, I stuck. Oh, I got stuck in the ropes. Ouch. Miss.
I'll just see her on campus. I just put her down.
I'm sorry, what?
Form the grapple while standing in the ring. Form a grapple against Jersey while standing in the ring. Oh, that looked like that would hurt. I wonder how much Riley Flash really is. There it is. Here's Trey. Oh shit.
Get your feet up on the turnbuckle. Push off and roll backwards. You can pin him like that.
You watching now?
It's all right. Yeah, you did good. You did good. Catch your breath. We'll get him next time, all right? You good?
Spencer? Who wants to know? I'm looking for Maxine. Share your money? No, just want to talk. Well, how much is it worth to you? See, Maxine, she got out of here a few weeks ago. That's all I really remember. Okay, hey. Someone said she was working at a gas station in Clear River. I guess she's too good for me now. She can raise that damn kid on her own for all I care. Thanks.
Guys, come here. We need to talk.
So, anything major I should know about?
Is it about your disgusting ring mat? Because I feel like it's making me itch all over. Hey! What was that for?
For playing to an imaginary crowd. It cost you the match. Red, great job. Keep it up.
Remind me why I show up here every day to get tortured?
That's not torture if you're paying for it. Now, what I didn't tell you was that match was actually a tryout.
For what? Is WWE coming to town?
Not quite. It was a tryout for the local Winterfest that's coming up. The organizers asked me to put on a wrestling event.
That's great.
Who are we gonna face? I wouldn't mind a rematch against those two.
Slow down. After what I just saw, only one of you was ready for their first official match.
Sorry, Red. You'll get your chance soon.
Red's the one who's ready, not you, doughhead.
What?
When it comes to in-ring ability, Red's got you beat by a kilometer.
Isn't that less than a mile?
Oh, thanks for the conversion, Albert Asswipe. Bottom line, you're too focused on the entertainment side of things.
Maybe you weren't focused enough on the entertainment side of things. Didn't you only appear in WWE like 3 times?
4, if you count the time I helped carry Macho Man to the ring on his fancy chair gimmick.
You mean a sedan?
No, it was a chair, not a car. Either way, I was in WWE 4 more times than you'll ever be.
I'll make it there someday. It's on our list.
Oh, yeah, and someday I'm gonna poop golden nuggets. Oh, no offense, Red.
Whatever. You'll see. Congrats on getting your first match. You know I'll be there cheering you on.
Thanks. I know.
Speaking of cheering her on, since you like running your mouth so much, you can accompany her to the ring as a manager. That actually might be a better fit for you long term.
A manager? That's not what I'm here for.
You'll figure this out. I know it.
Oh, one more thing. I need to know what to call you so they can advertise the event.
That's easy. I'm sticking with Red.
Kids started calling me that in high school because of my temper, but I'm gonna turn it into something positive.
Okay. Man, what about you? Sticking with Denver?
I don't know. Sounds too regional. And omelet-y.
I know. How about Albert Asswipe?
Nah.
Carl Botch, on account of all the moves you botch?
I like that one.
How about I pay tribute to my wonderful trainer and call myself Riley Flash Jr.?
Oh, that ain't happening. Do you have any other nicknames?
Trey!
No, don't listen to her.
I kind of like that. And you can spell it T-R-E, so it's kind of like 3 in Spanish, as in getting a 3 count to win a match. Which probably won't happen very often for you, but you get it, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Great. Then Trey it is.
Thanks a lot.
No problem, Trey. And hey, I just realized we can cross something off our list. Come up with awesome wrestling names.
I don't know about the awesome part.
Hopefully social services can locate her or a relative. Not good adopted parents. She needs her mom. Are you close with yours?
Yeah, very.
Yeah. What about your father?
Not so much. We don't really see eye to eye on things. He never wanted me to be a Marine. What about you?
Well, technically I'm not.
Technically?
Well, I lost my mother when I was 11 and my dad about 10 years ago.
That's rough.
Yeah, my mom had cancer.
Sorry.
But, she's the reason I decided to become a nurse. When the time came for me to go say goodbye to her,
Damn.
I didn't
Ain't
want to
nobody
go.
online.
My dad and my sister
Charlie, but
Joey
he's probably
wanted
passed
to
out
go
to
to
Netflix.
And I just ran down the hall. I guess I thought if I didn't say goodbye, she couldn't actually leave.
Man, I'm freezing. What are the chances I can bring this out to the ring with me?
0. But you should be plenty warm out there with all the hot air you produce.
Can't believe you didn't have a bigger career with singers like that.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I had to make like 7 connections to get here from Orlando.
Oh, hey, Peyton. No problem. I appreciate you doing me this favor. Red and Trey, this is Peyton Royce. We met when she trained here in Calgary, and now she recently signed with NXT.
So who am I facing tonight? And by the way, it's cold enough to freeze the tail off a brass kangaroo. Can I have this heater out there for my match?
Oh, sure thing, Peyton.
What?
You'll actually be facing Red tonight in her first ever match.
Wow, it's an honor. We actually watch you on NXT all the time. And at least when my friend Trey here isn't hogging the laptop and watching weird videos of who knows what.
She's kidding. I told you to stay out of my browser history.
Wait, did you say this is her first ever match?
Yeah, Red's only been training for about 3 months, but don't take her lightly, she's really good.
3 months? It took me longer than that to get here. And what kind of stupid name is Red? If anything, with your lack of experience, you should call yourself Green.
What? Anything she says with that accent is funny.
After I'm done with you tonight, you'll understand why they call me Red. Because all that pretty white snow out there will be stained red with your blood. And then every time it snows, the children who are here tonight will be reminded of the carnage they saw and refuse to go outside. And after you spend weeks in the hospital and are finally able to drag your broken body onto the airplane back to Orlando, the pilot will be so terrified by the sight of your mangled face, he will lose control of the plane, sending it crashing down to the earth.
Whoa. I think she got the point.
You have major issues.
What the heck was that?
The old hothead Red comes out when she gets angry. We've been working on dialing it back. I like the intensity, but just focus that on your match, okay? And if you can take a break while you're painting the snow red with Peyton's blood, maybe stop and soak everything in. This is your first match after all, which is a big deal. It's on our list.
Sorry. You're right, and I'm happy you'll be out there with me. I'm gonna go stretch.
Should I tell anyone with kids to leave?
Nah, she'll be fine. I hope.
Connie should have sent those things to you today. I feel terrible I didn't step in and say something. Oh, thank you, but I'm used to dealing with people that are stressed and angry. Yeah, I would be happy to look after Chloe for a little while, so you at least go take a shower and change. You know, I just took a break, and I really should try to feed her again. Come on. Yes. Wow, you really do have to touch. 4 babies, remember? You go in. Get cleaned up. I'm gonna try.
Welcome to Winterfest 2015. As always, I'm your host, Gord Wilson. This can't be worse than last year's Winterfest, eh? The good news is most of the victims of the wild moose attack have fully recovered. Since this is Red's first ever match, I put a few toonies on Peyton Royce to win. I've just been informed there is no gambling allowed at Winterfest. Jeez, that'll make the kids' sled races a lot less interesting. We'd like to thank our local sponsors, Secondhand Toques, Larry Zamboni Driving School, and of course, Riley Flash's Wrestling Academy. Bring your ticket stub to Riley's for a free picture of Mr. Flash himself, after purchase of a commemorative frame for only $19.95. With that temper on Red, oh, I would not want to be in Peyton's shoes right now. It looks like Peyton Royce might have this one in the bag, eh? Wait a second. Trey is finally doing something useful. I'm told Red's manager goes by the name of Trey and hopes to be a wrestler himself someday. You know, I want to be a big-time radio DJ, but sometimes your dreams don't work out and you end up announcing local rodeos, spelling bees, and Winterfest events. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know what? Let's get back to the action. Peyton Royce trained here in Calgary and is now an NXT superstar. You can watch her every week on the WWE Network, which recently turned 1 year old. Oh, crap. That reminds me, my wife's birthday is tomorrow night. Didn't get her anything. Hey, Todd, run out and snag me as much Winterfest junk as you can for $20. I'll pay you back. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Peyton. It's clear Riley Flash has a gem of a student here with Red. send anyone to WWE yet, but I think she may be the first. Is originally from Australia, but spent a bit of time training here in Canada. I wonder if she now says, good day, eh? After the wrestling matches are over, be sure to check out the ice sculpture contest. It's the coolest art you'll ever see. Yeah, sorry. They made me say that.
G'day, Peyton. Koalas are cute, but they have terrible personalities, kind of like you. And, the Great Barrier Reef is more like the just okay Barrier Reef. And boomerangs are a sham. They never come back when you throw them. I really don't know that much else about Australia. Your chain of steakhouses is severely overrated.
Is a bit swirly, if you ask me. It might be a few ketchup chips short of a full bag, if you know what I'm saying. Just a warning for anyone here with little ones. Red said something about dyeing the snow red tonight. It reminds me of the time when I was a kid and playing shinny on a pond and Chuck.
I lost.
Welcome to Winterfest 2015. As always, I'm your host, Gord Wilson. This can't be worse than last year's Winterfest, eh? The good news is most of the victims of the wild moose attack have fully recovered. Since this is Red's first ever match, I put a few toonies on Peyton Royce to win. I've just been informed there is no gambling allowed at Winterfest. Jeez, that'll make the kids' sled races a lot less interesting. We'd like to thank our local sponsors. Secondhand Tukes, Larry Zamboni Driving School, and of course, Riley Flash's Wrestling Academy. Bring your tickets to Riley's for a free picture of Mr. Flash himself after purchase of a commemorative. It looks like Peyton Royce might have this one in the bag, eh? With that temper on Red, oh, I would not want to be in Peyton's shoes right now. Also, they don't look very warm. I'm told Red's manager goes by the name of Trey and hopes to be a wrestler himself someday. You know, I wanted to be a big-time radio DJ, but sometimes... Oh, now Red looks to be in trouble.
G'day, Peyton. Koalas are cute, but they have terrible personalities, kind of like you. And, the Great Barrier Reef is more like the just okay Barrier Reef. And boomerangs are a sham. They never come back when you throw them. I really don't know that much else about Australia. Your chain of steakhouses is severely overrated.
Peyton Royce trained here at Calgary and is now an NXT superstar. You can watch her every week on the WWE Network, which recently turned 1 year old. Oh, crap. That reminds me, my wife's birthday is tomorrow, and I didn't get her anything. Hey, Todd, run out and snag me as much Winterfest junk as you can for $20. I'll pay you back. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. Welcome back, Peyton.
Around here. I had to sit through a lecture about being a gentleman with the ladies.
Your grandmother has a point. I hope you're smart enough to stay out of trouble.
Can we go back to talking about the hot doctor?
Hey, what did I say about being respectful?
Okay, I'm sorry, but respectfully, you know, she's extremely...
Okay. I'm gonna head back to the bar.
I'll take it back.
All right.
Stop.
That was awesome! It was everything I've ever dreamed of. I'm numb with excitement, or maybe I'm just frozen, but either way, I get to cross 2 things off our list.
And you did it without emotionally scarring any children.
Wrestle first match and win first match.
Nice of your mate to help you out there tonight. Maybe if I see you again, I'll have some backup too.
I look forward to it.
By the way, I didn't really mean any of the things I said out there, especially about you having the personality of a koala. You're way more pleasant, and I'm actually a big fan of your people's blooming onions.
You're a total bogan.
Wait, is that a good thing?
I don't think so.
Congrats on your first win, Red. I knew you wouldn't let me down. And you're not going to either, Trey.
What do you mean?
It's been a last-minute change of plans. My surprise opponent for tonight was injured.
Is that who I think it is?
That's right. It's me, the King of Cuteville, Prince Pretty. Unfortunately, I slipped on some ice and stubbed my turning toe.
Your turning toe?
Yes, the most important toe. EI, the toe one uses to turn on a runway. Ugh, I can't stand non-models. Anyway, it's a shame all these uggos here tonight will no longer get to see me compete against Riley Flash. Not that it would have been much of a contest. I mean, look at this man.
I have let myself go.
He couldn't lace my boots on his best day. To be fair, some of my finer boots are slip-ons that don't have any laces, but you get the point.
Anyway, Trey, I need you to take Tyler's place against me.
I thought you said I wasn't ready.
You're not, but I liked what I saw from you out there during Red's match, and Also, I don't have any other options.
All right, I'll do it. First match.
Do you want a picture to commemorate this moment?
That'd be great.
Nailed it. I'll post it for you. Hashtag gorgeous.
You know about fashion.
Obviously. Go on.
Well, I already went out there once tonight, so I want a different look for my match against Riley Flash. Do you have any last-minute suggestions?
Ah, the classic quick change, as we models call it. Well, when I look at you, I see 3 options that fit the theme and location of this show. Who wore it better? I'm kidding. We all know I did. Good luck, Prince Not So Pretty.
There was a complication with the baby, and I'm thinking of becoming her temporary caregiver. Is it fostering? Yeah, it's a horrible idea. Wow, okay, don't beat around the bush. I'm serious. Taking on someone else's baby would be a huge mistake at this point in your life. And what point in love that exactly? Well, you're obviously not thinking rationally. You don't know what I'm thinking. You're right, I don't, but I know that a baby is not the answer. I'm the only one that can keep her in Virgin River. No, it is not your responsibility, okay? You need to take care of yourself. No, you don't understand. No, I was there with you, start to finish. I helped you pick up the pieces. Don't you remember? Yeah. Yeah. How could I possibly forget when you're constantly reminding me how broken I am? No, that is not what I'm saying. Yeah, it is. You just don't realize it.
Wow, that's an interesting look.
You don't like it?
It's fine. It's just that maybe you should worry about the actual match, you know? I know you don't like to hear it when it comes from Riley, but he has a point. You might be too focused on everything other than what happens inside the ring.
People remember cool entrances and costumes. Entertainment is what makes wrestling great.
Wrestling makes wrestling great.
Well, there's more than one way to thread a needle.
Actually, there's only one opening on a needle, so...
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Anyway, what's more important is you're going to have your first match. So have a great one. And entrance, too.
Thanks.
Wilson back again for Riley Flash taking on Trey. So this is the surprise opponent that Women have paid big bucks for? If you're a little confused, you're not alone. even though you were probably expecting something other than this match, I've been just told Winterfest will not be issuing refunds. Sorry. We saw Trey out here earlier in Red's corner, but he looks a bit different now. I'll leave it at that. This is turning into a real kerfuffle. What's he doing, eh?
Help! Help! My tongue's stuck! Come on, I need some hot! Coco! Yeah! Hey, hold on! Come here! Help me out! Come here! Come on, help me!
Trey just got himself out of a sticky situation. But will he make it back into the ring before the 10 count? Injured tongue and all, this match will continue. Considering this is Trey's first official match, he doesn't look that bad. I mean, other than his outfit. Riley Flash has wrestled the who's who of popular superstars throughout his career. He never actually beat any of them, but who's keeping track? That was only a 2 count, you hoser. What's this nincompoop doing? It doesn't happen very often, so enjoy it.
Hey, I want to thank everyone for coming out to the show. And also, it needs to be said that I had 2 students who had their very first matches tonight. Red, who beat Peyton Royce earlier. Isn't that incredible? And now Trey, who had a good effort on short notice, but got a little bit ahead of himself. We'll work on his counting. Trey, I'd let you have the mic, but I think you might be a bit tongue-tied. Give it up one more time for Trey.
What a night!
I'm thinking Pavone's to celebrate.
Isn't that place super expensive?
It's on me. Well, technically my parents, but we deserve it.
All right, I'm in. Now get that heat blasting.
That's weird. Gas is full. I'll call them back later.
Maybe they can help with the car. And we can tell them about our first matches.
No.
Hey, it's Red. You're on speaker.
Oh, hi there. Are you visiting Denver at college?
What?
Now's not really a good time.
Why? Is something wrong? Are you having car trouble?
Yeah, we are. How'd you know that?
Just hang up.
Cut the crap. We remotely disabled the SUV because we know you're not at school, and we're pretty sure you never were. We got an alert about a substantial charge in Canada for something called Riley Flash's Wrestling Academy.
And then after we looked into it, we discovered charges for the past few months, including a crazy hotel bill, gas, food, clothes, you name it. Do you know how disappointed I was when I realized I was going to have to return all those reward points? I was this close to a free trip. This close!
It is not about the stupid points. We were hoping you'd come clean on your own about all of this, but I guess you're just gonna keep on lying.
Hey, wait! Look, this is what I want to do with my life, and no matter how many times I told you that, you still didn't support me, so I was pretty much forced to lie. Would you rather I be miserable at school?
Of course not, but you have to be realistic. You are never going to make it as a pro wrestler.
There's a better chance of me dating a supermodel.
Frank!
Which is impossible because your mom is stunning, and I would never date anyone else.
I will make it. And when I do, you'll wish you would have had my back before I was successful and famous.
It's not too late to try to put all this behind us. We'll activate the SUV if you come home now. Then I can try to get you re-enrolled in school for next semester.
You're gonna have to ship the car home, because I'm staying here to pursue my dreams. Maybe someday you'll understand that.
Just listen to me. Social services wouldn't be on the way here to pick up those.
I'm never going to apologize for doing my job.
Hey, wait! What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed.
I'd rather that happen than talk to you right now. Leave me alone.
Sorry, but I'm not going anywhere. We set out to do this together, and this doesn't change anything. I mean, other than the fact we now don't have a car or somewhere to sleep, but you know what I mean. I still want to do this if you do.
I appreciate your loyalty, but you lied to your parents and me about what we were doing here. And you basically sat back and let me steal from them.
Don't worry about the money, I'll pay them back. And I'm sorry, but you've always told me to take the advice from my birth parents' letter, right? About following my dreams? Well, that's all I was trying to do.
You didn't need to lie to do that.
It's the only way I could see this working. But I'll never keep a secret from you again, I promise. From now on, it's total honesty between the two of us, okay? You're gonna know everything, even how many times a month I shave my toes.
You shave your toes? Weird.
See? I'm an open book. So, no more secrets, okay?
I know he said no more secrets, but you can't tell him ours. It will ruin him. Okay. No more secrets.
So now what do? We're carless and without the credit card. Pretty soon we'll be homeless.
I think our only option is to hit the road and try to make some money on the indies. But we'll have to start roughing it like actual up-and-coming wrestlers.
You think we have enough cash for a new car?
I wouldn't say new.
But can you do something for me before I go? Oh, no, it's a hotel. No, it's just Jack. I can't look at that guy. They must think they think that you're not feeling well and they're worried about you.
We managed to get a used car that fell under our budget, probably because it also fell under various recalls and safety violations.
Do we stick our phones in this slot? Nothing's happening.
I think that's a tape deck. This car doesn't exactly have the latest features. Roughing it, remember?
Right. So I'm assuming there's no Bluetooth.
No, but I did find an actual tooth in the trunk.
Shark or human?
Human, I think.
Lame.
Well, now that we have our extremely safe and luxurious ride that may or may not have had a body in the trunk at some point, where to? We do have Wrestle in Memphis on the list.
Assuming this piece of junk can make it that far, then I guess we're headed to the great state of South Carolina. That is where Memphis is, right?
Close. Maybe I should drive.
It's fine. I got this. Is that also a feature on older cars?
Nope. Don't think so.
No, don't think so.
appreciate that.
No, I don't trust banks either. My mom always told me to keep some bills under my mattress in case of emergency.
Well, thank you for understanding.
So we're good.
Of course. Preacher!
Hey, little dude.
Can I help in the kitchen tomorrow morning?
Well, that is up to your mom.
Sure, as long as there's no trouble for you. There's no trouble, right, Preach?
Trouble. Extra set of hands at the griddle. You and your man, baby. In fact, I think I can smell that right now.
Canada, please? Okay. But just for a little bit.
Yeah, hey, I hope Brian over at the used car lot hooked you up with a good deal, because if he didn't, I could expose some skeletons in his closet. Oh, or in his case, the trunks of the cars he sells. Literally. There might be bones in there. Anyway, good luck out there on your own. Actually, you don't need luck. As long as you keep that temper of yours in check, you'll be fine. True.
Well, I don't really want to go too far. Jack knows a place. He'll keep you close.
Yeah, we just walk the farm.
Standing around worrying isn't going to do anyone any good, including Lily. Go.
It's no use fighting.
This is a pretty big farm for Lily to handle all by herself.
Yeah, it was a shame when Buck died. Most of the workers left.
Catching up on old times has been great, but we should really get going. Besides, shouldn't we save some of this for our speech later?
But we just got through all the boring backstory stuff. It really starts to pick up from here.
I'm down for more.
Hey guys, it's so good to see you. Congrats on the Hall of Fame. This is really happening.
It's not official yet. We have to actually make it to the building.
They're not going to start without you.
And even if they did, some of the speeches are so long, you'd still have plenty of time.
Great. We were just telling Pac all about how we got started.
Didn't we cross paths on an indie show early on in your career?
We did, at a minor league baseball stadium in Memphis, to be exact.
That's right. I knew you had it back then. Trey, not so much.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Because you didn't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch?
Speaking of wristwatches, we really should get going.
From my experience, this day goes by pretty fast. So you really want to relax and soak in every moment.
Lita's right. When I got inducted with DX, everything just flew by.
Then let's get back to soaking. Lita, if my memory is correct, you were just in Memphis for an autograph signing, but Red had other plans.
So I just want to thank everyone in Memphis for coming out to the show. It's always great to be a part of these smaller events and connect with the people who have supported me for so many years. I'll be available for pictures and autographs starting in a few minutes. Don't be shy.
Hold on a second, can we cut the music? In the spirit of not being shy, I have something I want to say. Growing up, I was a huge fan of yours. Facing you in the ring is actually on this list I have. So I know you don't wrestle that much anymore, but I'll always regret this moment if I didn't ask. How about you skip the autograph session and go one-on-one with me right now?
I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but who are you?
I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. But none of these people would be here paying you $10 an autograph if it wasn't for me working my butt off this past year in Memphis.
Look, I get it. You're young and hungry, and you probably think I'm the entitled Hall of Famer who just shows up to cash in on all your hard work. But it's not like that. I'm here to support you and the indie scene. I mean, I used to be you. And by the way, I still didn't get your name.
You'll hear the ring announcers say it after I beat you.
So you're not backing down, huh?
Like I said, you're on my list.
I'm sorry, everyone. But I'm gonna have to delay this autograph signing until after I win this match.
I'm so tired. I just want to...
Memphis Sliders. I didn't expect to see Lita wrestle here tonight, but I also didn't expect my 27-year-old twin sons to still be living with me, so sometimes life throws you some real curveballs. Red's got quite the temper on her. Actually reminds me of Sliders manager Tex Phillips. Did you know Tex once threw a bat at a fan who was razzing him? That was the last time his dad was ever allowed at a game. True story. Now, just a reminder, the Sliders are on the road. We'll be back for a 6-game homestand next week. So come on out and support the home team. Or the away team. Just get your butt here and spend some money, okay? I have 2 27-year-old man-children to feed, and this franchise is dying quicker than a house fly. I've seen Red wrestle a few times, and she never disappoints. Unlike the new slider stew the stadium's serving up. Word of advice, unless you want your next bathroom trip to end in a rundown, I suggest you avoid it. If Red can pull off the win over a WWE Hall of Famer like Lita, I guarantee she'll be getting a call up to the bigs in no time. And here's your winner, Red.
Good match, Red.
She's gonna need medical help either way.
Yeah, leaving her depression untreated can be dangerous. I'll personally make sure she's looked after.
I'll second that.
Could you come sit with Terry and me?
I definitely knew Red's name after that night.
I was impressed Red was able to keep her composure and talk you into the match. Usually in those situations, she would lose her temper and go into hothead mode.
You're one to talk about keeping your composure after what you did that night.
Before my match, I have something very important I need to do. I've seen Ribby out here dancing with the kids all night, but I think I've got some pretty sweet moves myself, so how about Ribby and I find out who's better with the dance-off? All right, I'll go first. Hit me with some music. Okay, Ribby, top that. Okay, wait, I was holding back. Let me get another turn. Win the dance-off is on this list I have. I'm not crying. This was fixed. I demand a fair rematch.
Hey, no one wants to see any more of your terrible dance moves. What they want to see is me kicking your ass. I mean, what kind of stupid name is Trey anyway? I think a better name would be Crossword, because you enter the ring vertically and you leave horizontally. I mean, with a name like that, your parents must be the type of people who, when you look into their eyes, you see the back of their heads.
You can say whatever you want about me, but don't talk about my parents.
What's the matter? You should be proud of them. Because I heard they created more tragedies than Shakespeare.
Did you come out here to dust off every one of your dated one-liners? Or do you want to have a match?
Look, I'm just trying to entertain these people after your awful dancing. I mean, I've seen better moves in a blind chess match.
If you want to entertain them so bad, then how about we give them a match they weren't expecting?
Well, if you keep boring everyone, pretty soon we're going to have an empty arena match.
I was thinking something more along the lines of no DQ.
You know what? I'll take that, and I'll do you one better. I know you've only been in Memphis for about a year, but I think everyone will agree that's a year too long. So how about we make this a no DQ, loser leave town match? Come on, Crossword. What do you say?
It's fitting your last match in Memphis is going to be in a baseball stadium because you just made the biggest error of your life. Oh, come on. That was just as good, if not better, than one of his lame jokes. Oh, shut up, Ribby. After I send Lawler packing, I'm going to eat you for dinner.
All right, let's do this, Crossword. Crossword, crossword, crossword.
Kid Whelan here again with a huge matchup with WWE Hall of Famer and Memphis legend Jerry the King Lawler taking on up-and-comer Trey. this is now a loser leaves town match. If Jerry Lawler ends up having to leave Memphis, the city would go into a deep depression, emotionally speaking. Economically speaking, we'd probably be all right. It's the battle of the pile driver versus whatever Trey's finisher is. Honestly, I'm sure it's nowhere near as good as the pile driver. I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but Jerry the King Lawler is a hometown hero. Trey, if you somehow send the King packing, you might want to consider hitting the road too, for your own safety. Which reminds me, Slaughter Stadium is a safe space and will not tolerate bullying or threats of any kind. Thank you. I can't believe Trey thought he was going to beat Ribby in a dance-off. That giant piece of meat has got some sweet and saucy moves. Crossword, 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 crossword. Trey might be younger and quicker, but the King has a significant edge when it comes to experience, and not to mention the support of the home crowd. Come on, King! Get him! Beat that butt! This match reminds me of the Memphis Sliders rivalry with the Little Rock Boulders. A spirited contest with lots of brawling, and at the end of the night, the losers leave town. That's right, Little Rock. I just called you a bunch of losers. Sorry, might have gotten a bit carried away there. Apologies to any fans in attendance who made the drive over from Little Rock. Beautiful city. I gotta find a way to get my grown-up twin sons into a losers leave home match. But I'm getting off track. Let's get back to the ring. This match has all the pressure of a winner-take-all playoff game. Not that I would know, since the Sliders are perennial doormats. There's always next year. I hear Trey got a start up in Calgary, and after this match, hopefully he'll be on his way back there. Let's go, King! Let's go, King! Let's go, King! Let's go, King!
Crossword? Crossword. Crossword. Crossword.
When was the last time you saw Mel?
We didn't bump into each other at the hospital, so... Yes, was that night we got back from Lily's?
What?
And Charmaine.
Don't tell me. Mel hadn't heard about your little friend before meeting her.
Stop. I suppose you have.
Such idiots.
How was I an idiot?
I'm gonna tell you. Mel?
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but
I know. I was too focused on doing something stupid like a dance-off when I should have been worrying about my match with Lawler. And I'm sorry I let King bait me into the loser leaves town stipulation.
Not so easy to control your temper all the time, is it?
It's just he was saying stuff about my parents and I lost my cool.
That's what Lawler does. He's made an entire career out of it. He had no idea you're adopted.
Good thing. I'm sure he would have had a field day with that.
Well, it's too bad. I was enjoying Memphis.
You're not staying? Your career shouldn't go off the rails because I got in over my head and lost a match.
If you go off the rails, I go off the rails. I'm with you through good and bad. We're a package deal.
Okay. Package deal.
We should grab some food before we leave town. I'm thinking... Ribs?
I deserve that.
Charmaine is my girlfriend. Maybe we're more casual than that.
She introduced herself as your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's the way she talks.
Great. But you're dating.
I call it dating.
Hey, it's your mom. We got the check you sent last week. Thank you. I was kind of hoping there'd be a letter from you or at least a return address so we could send you something. I guess you're not ready for that. Either way, we appreciate you paying.
Denver, it's your mom and dad. I know we had some words the other night, but we wanted to let you know if you change your mind about things and want to come home, you're always welcome here.
Did you tell him the school said it's not too late to enroll for...
After I lost to Jerry the King Lawler and we were forced to leave Memphis, Red and I hit the road. And after a year or so of bouncing around, we made a name for ourselves in LA, where the indie scene was really taking off.
Is there anyone we know who is not on this list? The more the merrier. Mel, I think this is all too much. Come on, you know how much I love planning parties. Yeah. Can I be honest? Always. I really don't need another shower. Since when? Since my third baby. I don't need anything. But it's a reason to celebrate. We should celebrate.
That's it. I'm leaving without you.
You can't do that. We're a package deal, remember? Besides, look who's headed our way.
Great.
I was wondering if she'd show up.
Relax. I'm not here to start anything, so don't get your collective skivvies in a bunch. This is the one day to put any past differences aside and honor your achievements, so congratulations. You've earned everything that's coming to you tonight.
What was that?
Maybe she has a conscience after all.
I seriously doubt that.
Forget her. Let's get back to your story. I think LA was where I first saw you two wrestle in person. Remember? We ended up having that series of matches against each other.
How could I forget? It led to one of the most embarrassing nights of my career.
Happy is not gonna work. Okay? Sweetie, just let me help you. I don't need your help.
How we doing? You want me to go? Alright. Then let's get this bad boy downstairs, shall we? Come on.
We'd battled each other in just about every type of match, except for one that also happened to be on the list. Wrestle in a crybaby match. And since you had the first and only crybaby match with Razor Ramon back in the day, this was the perfect time to cross it off.
Tickets go on sale for next month's event this Wednesday. This show sold out in 5 minutes, so good luck getting one. Any fans wearing wrestling masks must remove their masks first. We need to see your face to check your ID, people. As always, we ask you to please clean up after yourself. If you don't, we'll have to hire a cleaning crew and raise ticket prices. And nobody wants that.
seen that before.
My niece was over getting her hair done in Clear River, and she heard from one of the ladies who's a client of Charmaine, who obviously heard from Jack. Hope was a ball of nerves over that baby. That'll be 1980, honey. Thank you. This is for that sweet boy of yours. Bless his heart. Not having a daddy. You all take care.
Yeah, she means well.
Does she?
Sorry I put your friend in a diaper, but there was no way I was gonna let that happen to me again.
Maybe it'll teach him to stop putting ridiculous things on our list, but probably not.
Hey, this isn't public knowledge yet, so keep it on the DL. The WWE is going to be holding an all-women's tournament later this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're calling it the Mae Young Classic. Triple H asked me to keep an eye out for talent, so I'll be watching your match tonight against Candice LeRae. Don't hold back.
I never do.
Oh, this stuff's all in my eyes. I can't see. I think I'm going blind.
I don't know why he's so cranky. I fed him and changed his diaper.
Any chance you can babysit during my match?
Update on the collapsed crane situation? It still sucks. Both sides of the 405 remain closed. If you don't live nearby in the valley, you might as well sleep in your car, if it hasn't been broken into. Not-so-friendly reminder, there is no smoking allowed in the building. If we get fined, you pay it. Plus, it's gross. We've gotten requests to do birthday announcements, and the answer is no. This isn't a baseball game, people. We've been informed that a guy here has lost his wedding ring. If you find it, please turn it in. Or just pawn it. I don't care. Please, leave our celebrity guests alone. They know you're big fans of their movies and TV shows. Just let them watch the match. As always, we are not responsible for any injuries sustained while at our show. Besides, wouldn't a scar be the coolest souvenir you could get? Checked out.
Drop me off and Hope doesn't want us to do the dishes. Are you sure that we can't stay and help? I'm perfectly capable.
Let me know if you need anything.
Well, hope to see you around. Yep. Night, Jack.
Night.
Are you sure I can't help with the dishes?
Knock yourself out. I just wanted Perky Penny out of my hair.
Look, you two are great, so I wish I could recommend you both for the Mae Young Classic, but Hunter said they're only looking to fill one spot right now.
You're really milking this decision. Get it? Because the crybaby match earlier? I've been hanging out with Trey too much. Please, continue.
I'm gonna have to recommend Candace. She's been doing this for over 15 years. Red, you've got a ton of potential, but you don't have anywhere near that kind of experience.
Yeah, totally. I get it.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm sure we'll see each other again in the future. Like he said, I've been doing this a really long time, and you're one of the best I've ever seen. And you're only gonna get better.
I appreciate that.
I gotta go call my husband and tell him the good news.
No guarantees, but I'll definitely keep you in mind if WWE ends up doing this tournament again. Give me your contact info before you leave tonight, okay?
I will. Thanks.
Hey, I overheard what Xbox said. This is just a bump in the road, and tonight wasn't a total loss. At least I get to cross off wrestle in a crybaby match.
Give me that. Ugh, it smells like butt sweat. I told you not to keep the list in your tights.
Cost of doing business.
Win Mae Young Classic Tournament. See if you can air that out.
What is it? I think if you focus on protecting your heart, you can avoid a lot of pain. But you can also end up on the line.
Hey, baby. How you doing, baby?
As our indie journey continued over the next couple of years, we got to have matches in a lot of cool places. But the one that stood out most was when we got to do a special show back in our hometown.
You've got to be kidding me.
And we thought our head couldn't get any bigger.
You know what? I'm not gonna let a stupid sign ruin this for us. Let's go.
This was our chance to show our friends and family just how far we had come. Well, at least our friends.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, you choose. We got big wedding, wedding crashers, royal wedding, Muriel's wedding, wedding center, father of the bride, bridesmaids. Oh, and my personal favorite, the proposal. I think you should probably look in there.
Are you proposing to me?
No, I just really want to watch a Sandra Bullock movie.
Don't miss the opening number. Coming. What are you doing?
I don't think you should be alone for the first few nights.
So you slept out here all night?
Well, I didn't feel like coming inside.
Did you sign the papers?
I can't.
You're not going to talk me out of this.
Papers are 20 years old. They need to be redrafted with a current date.
Fine, I'll speak with my lawyer.
Well, that might be tough. Laura's deceased. I could find someone else that draw new papers. That's what you want.
We're Skolin.
Yeah, this will strengthen your heart muscle.
You always said herbs were a bunch of malarkey.
Well, I talked to your doctor at Grace Valley, and she agrees that this supplement taken with your other medications is a good idea.
Where'd you get this?
In Eureka.
You hate the city.
I do, but it was the only store that had Forskolin in stock.
I appreciate you going to all this trouble. But my mind's made up.
Well, the food budget is down a bit. A lot of the hunters have been generous with their donations this month.
Oh, and here you were giving me
pictures of the forest, and now I run through an actual forest.
Oh, no. The forest, I get it. You're never gonna sell me on the running.
So last night's dinner was interesting.
Was it?
Did Charmaine enjoy herself?
I'm sorry about all the questions.
No, you don't have to apologize. I can handle it. Need me to get produce around.
No, I mean, what's gonna be flooded? Your best bet would be to self-employed.
Okay.
Yeah, Washington Gorge Road, about 10 miles up. All right, well, tell Bert I said thanks.
Well, I have no bars. Apparently, I'm not signed up for Sprint's wilderness plan.
We're good. I said Bert's out on another job, but he'll get to us before nightfall.
Nightfall? Is that a time?
Virgin River, yeah.
How do they stay in business?
How long have you been putting the pizza in a gas station with a tow truck within 100 miles?
Solid business.
I'll just make sure.
You don't have a spare tire.
No.
You know, right now,
I'll be so I only had 2.
I've only had 2 until today was my 3rd one.
Come on.
Thank you.
Could be a while.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why are you so insistent on keeping things casual with Charmaine?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Really? My dad treated my mother with kind of respect. I spent my entire life trying to be different from my dad. As I got older, I hear myself say something or do something, and I realize
Huh?
Could if I wanted to.
it's right
You
here.
don't want to.
I want to.
I consider myself to be a pretty good judge of character. Which is why I think you're worried about something that will never happen.
Oh, no, I know it's not going to happen. Because I'm not ever going to be in a relationship with her.
You are in a relationship with her.
So what happens if your parents show up tonight?
First of all, as far as I'm concerned, they're not even really my parents anymore. But if they did show up, then security can deal with it. I'm not gonna let anyone pick and choose when they want to have my back, especially now that I'm having a little bit of success.
But you haven't talked to them since Calgary, which was like 4 years ago. Maybe it's time you give them another chance.
Another chance to tell me I'm wasting my life and that I'm never gonna make it? Sorry, I don't need that. Besides, I paid them back their money, so the way I see it, we have nothing to discuss.
Hey, I'm not shelling out an extra $20 so you two can have a therapy session.
I handed her the wrench, if that counts. Also, were you listening to our entire conversation?
Hey, I get it. We've all got drama in our lives. I mean, look at me. Last year, I put on a mask and attacked my former protege, Buzz, costing him a shot at WWE. Then he wouldn't return my phone calls or texts for like a year. No one wanted to work with me, and BCW folded. But then I stuck up for Buzz to AJ Styles. And the next thing you know, I'm in Buzz's corner at WrestleMania, and now I'm in the process of rebuilding BCW.
That's a lot of very specific information.
Yeah. What's your point?
My point is, I turned chicken crap into chicken salad. And that's what I can do for you two if you sign exclusive deals with me and become cornerstones of the new BCW.
It's just that I feel like she deserves to know where she stands.
She knows where she stands because from the very beginning, I have been very clear with her. I told her that I didn't want a relationship.
No thanks.
Yeah, we're good.
She understood.
Your loss. Because FYI, I am this close to getting Cole Quinn on board. Big things are happening. Hey, speak of the handsome devil. Let's go talk numbers, shall we?
Slow your roll, Greenie.
This guy.
I feel like we really dodged a bullet there.
More like a cannonball. That guy's a total nightmare. And here comes another one.
What is she doing here?
Holy crap, is that hothead Red and Trey? You two picking up some extra work to make your trailer payments, or is this some kind of prison work release program?
It's just Red now. And we're wrestling tonight.
And also, we don't live in trailers. We stay in hotel rooms that have microwaves, which seemed a lot more impressive before I said it.
Wait, you actually became pro wrestlers? And I get to see your uncoordinated bodies flop around this ring tonight?
She's got good lungs.
Of course I do. I'm an elite MMA competitor. If you haven't heard, the American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun, is undefeated.
More like American Zero.
What's that?
Nothing.
You realize Kurt Angle's already known as the American hero, right? You probably should ask him for permission to use his nickname like Ronda Rousey did with Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Kurt Angle? Never heard of him. If anything, he should ask me permission to use my name since I'm way more famous. I'll chat with my lawyer about it. Thanks for the heads up.
Why are you here? You're obviously not a pro wrestling fan.
No. Gross. There's a ceremony after your stupid show to rename the gym in my honor.
The town sign wasn't enough?
It wasn't. I actually wanted it bigger.
Couldn't you have picked any other night to do this?
Do you think I chose to share my special night with a professional wrestling event? That'd be like eating a giant bowl of turd soup before having the best steak of your life. I have a loaded schedule, and tonight was my only avail.
And how much longer would it have taken to say availability?
I told you, I'm busy. Every second counts. I've already wasted way too much time talking to you carnies.
I'll have you know, we've wrestled at several carnivals, and their employees are some of the finest people around. Other than that tilt-a-whirl operator who bit me when I asked him what time it was. There's always exceptions.
Cool story. Looking forward to seeing you tap again tonight, Red. You know, just like old times.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You could kill someone with that.
I know, that's the point.
Don't let her get under your skin and ruin our night. We'll do our thing, and then she can do her stupid gym dedication. It'll be totally separate. I'm sure we won't even notice her.
for you. I'm
I was sitting there laying, scratching my butt, and it popped off.
Did you check your pants?
I was scratching my butt on the outside of my pants, by the way. Thank you. There it is.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. I'm still not going outside. You grab my pants and put a movie on for myself.
Guess I'm going outside.
Well, yes, you are.
Currently in negotiations with Cole Quinn to sign a long-term exclusive deal with BC. In fact, I bet he'll sign on the dotted line right after this match. BCW is on its way back. I may have had to sell my parents' cemetery plots to help fund the relaunch, but I know this is going to work this time. You have my word, Mom and Dad. I got a call from Buzz the other day, and he is doing great. You hear that, Trey? I have big-time connections in WWE. That's what you're missing out on. Special shout out to all of Red and Trey's friends and family in attendance tonight. And sorry about not being able to let you in for free, but hey, I'm running a business here. I want to thank the high school for letting me run this show tonight without a down payment. I promise, I'm good for it. Make sure you hit up the merch stand at intermission, where I'll be selling actual pieces of the mask I wore last year when I attacked Buzz. Don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of wrestling history. Congrats again on your big homecoming show, Red and Trey. I'm sure nothing will ruin your big night.
Just a reminder to stick around after the show for a special ceremony where the gym will be renamed for up-and-coming MMA star, the American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun. I wonder if she'd be interested in signing with BCW. These two might need to settle their differences in the most intimidating and unique structure in wrestling, the Scrap Trap. Sure, it's been banned by every state athletic commission, but not in international waters. Hey, Cole, there's no need to go join your friend Buzz in WWE. Why be the small fish in a big pond when you can be the shark in a kiddie pool? Okay, maybe that's not the best metaphor, since I don't think a shark would survive very long in a kiddie pool, but you get my point.
It's me, the American hero, Brooklyn Von Braun, taking over on commentary for this match. Commence the flopping of uncoordinated bodies. If everyone closes their eyes and just listens to the sweet sound of my voice, I promise the misery will soon be over. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Well, if I were you, I'd close your eyes unless you want your soul crushed from watching this more. You could say I know how to if I lick the back of my hand, as in Red's had the back of my hand upside her head a sure you stick around for the gym renaming ceremony later tonight. It will help cleanse your palate of whatever this is. What's her opponent's name? Josie? Josie! 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 This reminds me of our high school dances. A gym full of people all staring at Red saying, "What are those moves?"
Hey! If you want to keep running your mouth, then come over here and do it to my face!
Excuse me for trying to entertain these people? Because you certainly weren't. Red acts so tough, but the moment you get her in a submission hold, she gives up immediately. In fact, she's been tapped more than shoulders. Yes, it's lost just everyone's here. The renaming of the gym in my honor.